Archangel Michael says, "You're moving." This is the picture of the place you are moving to. Open right now. Before it's, "My child, my beloved." Heaven has been waiting for this moment to reach you. There's something urgent and divine you need to hear. Because, where you are now is not where you're meant to stay. Please, listen with your heart open. This message was nearly blocked from reaching you. But today, heaven moved the veil aside. Because the angels need you to know. You're moving. Not just houses. Not just locations. Not just zip codes or doorsteps. You're moving into a season you prayed for. You're stepping into a divine promise that was delayed for years. But now it's been released. And beloved, what you're about to see in your spirit is not a fantasy. It's a glimpse of the actual place. The house, the environment, the land where peace will overflow. And your soul will finally rest. Diamond with a dot. Before you go any further, subscribe now so these miracle messages reach you first. There's a reason heaven chose you to see this before anyone else. So don't lose your spot. This move is not random, it's a sacred alignment. Now take a breath. Because what comes next is going to make your spirit tremble with recognition. You've been feeling it, haven't you? That inner shift. That divine discomfort where you are. That urge to clean, to throw away, to detach. Yes. That wasn't a coincidence. That was your soul responding to the call. The spiritual lease is expiring. And heaven is handing you new keys. But here's what they didn't tell you. This move has already been arranged. The place already exists. Your name is already in the walls. Your energy is already there. And heaven is about to show you the picture of where you're going. Let this sink in. You're not just moving into a new place. You're moving into your prophecy. Your peace. Your promised land. And it will look eerily familiar. Why? Because your soul has been there before, in visions, in dreams. This is the place that was hidden from you until now. Because God needed the timing to be exact. And now, it is. My child, my beloved. Let me tell you what the angels are whispering around your name right now. They are saying, "It is done. The place is ready. Prepare them." Because this isn't just a relocation. It's a divine restoration. A soul-level redemption. A holy shift that no human hand could design. You didn't stumble onto this message by accident. This message stumbled into you. Because it saw your heartbreak. It saw the nights you cried on the floor. Wishing to be somewhere, anywhere, else. And heaven heard that cry. We saw it echo through the walls of your spirit. So we sent this confirmation to arrive exactly on time. Let me say it boldly, clearly, and without hesitation. You're leaving. and where you're going. Has your name carved into the foundation. Even the wind there already knows how to call you. You think you've seen beauty before? You think you've experienced safety? Oh, child, you've seen shadows. But this place. It will feel like stepping into a divine photograph your soul forgot it took. And here's what may shock you. The enemy knew about this place too. That's why everything started going wrong where you are now. That's why the delays came. That's why the isolation increased. The moment you got close to discovering this place, the enemy panicked. But heaven intervened. And that's why you're reading this right now. Do you feel that pressure on your chest? That pull? That sensation in your stomach? That's not fear. That's divine alignment knocking. The place is calling. It's almost time to go. Diamond with a dot, but wait. Before I reveal more, pause and subscribe now. Not because we need your attention, but because heaven wants you to be the first to receive every door that opens next. Your alignment depends on staying connected. Don't let this be the last message you hear before the miracle. Now come closer. Because I'm going to describe the place. And something inside you will tremble when you realize you've seen it before. There is a hallway in this place with golden light. Not from the bulbs, but from the peace that lives there. The energy is so pure, it glows. There is a window that faces your future. When you look out, you will feel like you've come home to something ancient. Something holy. Something you thought was lost. And in that place, there will be no pretending. No performing. No shrinking yourself to fit in. This place was designed for your spirit to expand. And it will. You'll find yourself laughing without reason. Breathing deeper. Speaking softer. Because you won't be in survival anymore. Child, you've been surviving too long. Now you're being shifted into living. That's the move. That's the miracle. And there's something else. You've already met someone who's connected to this place. They may not have mentioned it. Or maybe they did in passing. But they were a sign. Heaven has been leaving you clues. Subtle signs. A passing conversation. A forgotten dream. An old notebook. A street name you keep seeing. None of it is random. All of it has been part of the divine breadcrumb trail, leading you to this confirmation. But child, you must act before it disappears. Yes, the place is prepared. But time is sensitive. And if you wait too long, it may be handed to someone else. You think doors stay open forever? Not divine doors. They are living things. They breathe, they move, they respond. And this one is opening for you now. But it won't wait forever. That's why the urgency is so heavy. You may feel pressure right now. You may feel overwhelmed. But that's not fear. That's transition. It feels like pressure before a birth. And child, you are birthing a new life. A new location. A new identity. Because the version of you that lives in that new place, they are not just healed. They are transformed. And that's who you were always meant to be. Heaven is not just moving your body. It's moving your destiny. And listen closely. The enemy will try to distract you after this message. That's how you'll know this is real. Expect interference. Expect drama. Expect sudden discouragement. But don't fall for it. Stay anchored to this word. Because the moment you agree with it in your spirit, the move will begin accelerating. Angels are already packing what you can't see. Spiritual boxes. Old agreements. Stagnant energy. They're being removed from your field. And new energy is being infused. Fresh breath. New air. A different light. Yes, the place is prepared. But time is sensitive. And if you wait too long, it may be handed to someone else. You think doors stay open forever? Not divine doors. They are living things. They breathe, they move, they respond. And this one is opening for you now. But it won't wait forever. That's why the urgency is so heavy. You may feel pressure right now. You may feel overwhelmed. But that's not fear. That's transition. It feels like pressure before a birth. And child, you are birthing a new life. A new location. A new identity. Because the version of you that lives in that new place, they are not just healed. They are transformed. And that's who you were always meant to be. Heaven is not just moving your body. It's moving your destiny. And listen closely. The enemy will try to distract you after this message. That's how you'll know this is real. Expect interference. Expect drama. Expect sudden discouragement. But don't fall for it. Stay anchored to this word. Because the moment you agree with it in your spirit, the move will begin accelerating. Angels are already packing what you can't see. Spiritual boxes. Old agreements. Stagnant energy. They're being removed from your field. And new energy is being infused. Fresh breath. New air. A different light. You'll feel it soon, even before you move. Your senses will begin to awaken. Colors will look brighter. Time will feel faster. You'll feel the breeze of a place you haven't stepped into yet. Because your spirit will arrive before your body does. Now hear me carefully. You don't need to figure it out. This isn't a move you'll plan. It's a move you'll be led into. You'll wake up one day. And the timing will be perfect. The door will open. The invitation will come. And you'll just know. It's time. But don't miss the warning. If you keep clinging to the old space, you'll block the blessing of the new place. And some of you, you've been emotionally living in the old place too long. You've been building on expired soil. But not anymore. You are being relocated. By divine force. By holy fire. By prophetic instruction. There is no force in hell that can stop this. Do you hear me? This move isn't coming from man. It's being commanded from heaven. And now, the photo. The vision. The imprint. Close your eyes. Ask God to show it to you. Not in full. But in flashes. In sensations. In a knowing. It will begin showing up everywhere. On TV. In songs. In your dreams. In conversations with strangers. It will follow you until you say, yes. So say it now, beloved. Whisper it. Yes, I accept the move. Yes, I surrender to the new place. Yes, I trust what heaven is arranging. And when you do, the picture will become clearer. The place will call louder. And the shift will begin. My child, my beloved. There is something sacred about what you're stepping into. And it's bigger than a building. Bigger than a room with 4 walls. This is a soul shift. A destiny unlock. A relocation that will rearrange every area of your life. The place is not just physical. It's spiritual. It's dimensional. It's layered with healing, favor, and revelation. Listen to me closely. You're not being moved just for comfort. You're being moved for mission. There's something at that location that needs your presence. It's not just about what the place will give to you. It's about what you carry into it. There are people assigned to you there. There are divine appointments already booked. There are doors, massive, unexplainable doors, that will only unlock the moment you step foot into that land. You felt it, haven't you? Like something has been waiting for you. As if somewhere, a home has been whispering your name. While you were busy surviving in unfamiliar spaces. Yes, child. It's true. That's the place. That's the energy. That's the confirmation. And now that heaven has revealed it, you must make a decision. Will you trust the vision before you see it in the natural? Because the key doesn't arrive after belief. The key appears the moment you believe. Let me speak to the fears in you. The doubts, the wondering. But how will I afford it? But how will I get there? But what if it doesn't work out? But what if I'm making this all up? Beloved, those are not your thoughts. Those are the last desperate distractions of an enemy. Who knows that once you say yes, they lose access to your next level. Don't let delay become disobedience. Don't let your miracle rot in waiting. Because your fear wore a mask called logic. You are not moving alone. Heaven will walk the staircase with you. Angels will carry the luggage you can't see. And what you thought you lacked will show up the moment your feet start moving in obedience. Listen again. You are moving. Heaven has cleared the airways. The spiritual traffic has parted. The light has turned green. And your blessing has been released. But it is fragile, time-sensitive, holy. And heaven does not repeat itself when obedience is delayed. There's someone who will read this and delay and miss it. But I believe it won't be you. Because something in your spirit is rising right now. It's trembling. It's burning. It's remembering the promise you made to God years ago. That if He ever gave you one more chance, you wouldn't hesitate. This is that moment. This is that chance. The one you asked for. The one you wept for. The one that almost didn't reach you. Because the forces of darkness tried to block it 3 times. But it got through. Because you needed to see this. Diamond with a dot. Stop here. Pause. And subscribe. Because there are more messages coming. And some of them will reveal details. Exact locations, time frames, and divine companions you're destined to meet. Don't let this be the only message you receive. Let the next one confirm what your spirit already knows. Now, let's talk about the tests. Because every divine move comes with a test of faith. Before the Israelites crossed the Red Sea, there was a wall of water in front of them. Before they entered the Promised Land, they had to walk through a wilderness. And before you take hold of this next place, you will feel the test rise. A sudden confusion. A delay. An offer from your past. An argument. An emotional spiral. It will all be designed to make you question this move. But now that I've warned you, you'll recognize it. You'll say, "Ah, this is the final test." And you'll pass it. Because what's waiting for you is not just a home. It's a holy inheritance. You will walk into that place. That if He ever gave you one more chance, you wouldn't hesitate. This is that moment. This is that chance. The one you asked for. The one you wept for. The one that almost didn't reach you. Because the forces of darkness tried to block it 3 times. But it got through. Because you needed to see this. Diamond with a dot. Stop here. Pause. And subscribe. Because there are more messages coming. And some of them will reveal details. Exact locations, time frames, and divine companions you're destined to meet. Don't let this be the only message you receive. Let the next one confirm what your spirit already knows. Now, let's talk about the tests. Because every divine move comes with a test of faith. Before the Israelites crossed the Red Sea, there was a wall of water in front of them. Before they entered the Promised Land, they had to walk through a wilderness. And before you take hold of this next place, you will feel the test rise. A sudden confusion. A delay. An offer from your past. An argument. An emotional spiral. It will all be designed to make you question this move. But now that I've warned you, you'll recognize it. You'll say, "Ah, this is the final test." And you'll pass it. Because what's waiting for you is not just a home. It's a holy inheritance. You will walk into that place. And the moment your feet hit the ground, you will feel every past rejection turn to divine redirection. You will sit in that space and realize that what broke you before was actually building you for this exact environment. There will be a mirror in that house. Not just one of glass, but of identity. You'll see yourself clearly again. Not as wounded. Not as forgotten. But as chosen. And that, beloved, is why the enemy fought you so hard. Because he wasn't afraid of you where you are. He was terrified of who you'd become once you arrived where you're going. I want to describe something else. A detail from this place. Something you've never told anyone. A childhood image. A color. A shape. It will appear in this new space. Like a whisper from God that says, "I remembered." Because heaven remembers the things you buried. The dreams you gave up on. The visions you stopped telling people about. Because they laughed, or they left. But God didn't forget. He just delayed the reveal. Until the timing was perfect. And now it is. Now the time is ripe. Now your heart is ready. Now the move can begin. This is the reason your sleep has been strange. This is the reason people have been walking away. This is why opportunities have been closing. Because a new address has been scheduled in heaven. Child, your angels already have the new coordinates. Your spirit has already checked out of the old location. Now your agreement is the only thing missing. So say yes. Say yes out loud. Right now. And heaven will mark your file. Approved for movement. One more thing. And you must hear this with your whole being. This place is safe. Unlike the last one. You won't have to watch your back. You won't have to water down your light. You won't have to apologize for your joy. This place was made for you. And you were made for it. It is as ready for you as you are for it. This place has a garden. Not just of plants, but of peace. You'll walk in it. and feel the quiet voice of God again. And when you rest, you'll sleep. Deep, healing, uninterrupted sleep. Because even your body will know. This is home. The people there. They'll smile differently. They won't just tolerate you. They'll honor you. They'll recognize the oil on your life, without asking for you to pour it out on them for free. This move will shift your finances. It will open your creativity. It will reignite your purpose. It will reunite your spirit with something ancient and eternal. And once you get there, you'll look back at where you are now and say, "Why did I wait so long to leave?" Because, beloved, this is the place where the version of you that God intended will finally come to life. But one last thing, and this is critical. You must not tell everyone about this move. Not yet. There are people around you who are secretly praying it doesn't happen. They smile in your face, but carry jealousy in their hearts. And if you speak too soon, you give them access to curse what heaven is trying to cover. So for now, stay quiet. Protect the vision. Move in silence. And let the results speak loudly when the time comes. Heaven is protecting this move. Don't expose it before it matures. When the time is right, you'll know who to tell. And they'll rejoice with you, not resent you. My beloved child, you are so close. You can feel it. And now that this message has found you, you are marked. You are claimed. You are seen. Now breathe. Smile. And get ready. Because the picture of the place you are moving to is already forming in your dreams. And soon, you'll be standing in the middle of it, whispering, "This is exactly what I saw." And heaven will reply, "Yes, it's what I promised." Go now. Prepare. Stay expectant. The next 48 hours may bring a divine clue. A sudden confirmation. A strange invitation. Watch for it. It will carry the signature of heaven. This is not the end. This is the beginning. And what's coming is going to feel like coming home to yourself. You're moving, beloved. Heaven is moving you. And this is the picture of the place. Say yes. Say it loud. Say it with faith. And then, watch what unfolds. My child, my beloved. You're still here reading. That means you felt it. The pull. The ache. The knowing that something is about to break open. That's not anxiety. That's spiritual anticipation. You're standing in the hallway between the old and the new. And heaven is holding the door. But it won't be held forever. You must walk through. Not tomorrow. Not next year. Now, this moment right here is the moment your future has been waiting for. Let me tell you what's happening in the spirit realm. While you're still deciding, angels are finalizing details. They're touching hearts, rearranging paths, bringing people into position. All for you. Because this isn't just a relocation of address. It's a relocation of identity, of spiritual power, of divine authority. In the old place, you were surviving. In the new place, you will be soaring. Your wings have been clipped by the atmosphere around you. Toxic energy. Silent jealousy. Old pain soaked into the walls. Rooms that echo with prayers unanswered. But now heaven says, enough. You've outgrown the place where you were planted. Is going to feel like coming home to yourself. You're moving, beloved. Heaven is moving you. And this is the picture of the place. Say yes. Say it loud. Say it with faith. And then, watch what unfolds. My child, my beloved. You're still here reading. That means you felt it. The pull. The ache. The knowing that something is about to break open. That's not anxiety. That's spiritual anticipation. You're standing in the hallway between the old and the new. And heaven is holding the door. But it won't be held forever. You must walk through. Not tomorrow. Not next year. Now. This moment right here is the moment your future has been waiting for. Let me tell you what's happening in the spirit realm. While you're still deciding, angels are finalizing details. They're touching hearts, rearranging paths, bringing people into position. All for you. Because this isn't just a relocation of address. It's a relocation of identity, of spiritual power, of divine authority. In the old place, you were surviving. In the new place, you will be soaring. Your wings have been clipped by the atmosphere around you. Toxic energy. Silent jealousy. Old pain soaked into the walls. Rooms that echo with prayers unanswered. But now heaven says, enough. You've outgrown the place where you were planted. And when a tree's roots begin to choke themselves, the gardener must repot it. That's what's happening. You're being uprooted for expansion. Transplanted for elevation. Child, you're not being punished. You're being positioned. And yes, there will be loss. Loss of comfort. Loss of familiarity. Loss of people who can't go where you're going. But you must remember. You were never meant to stay there. You stayed because you were loyal. Because you were afraid. Because you thought maybe the pain would eventually stop. But heaven watched. Heaven counted the nights you whispered, God, if you're still with me, send a sign. This message is your sign. Undeniable. Unmistakable. Uninterrupted. You made it here. And now, the choice is yours. But hear me. If you stay, you'll shrink. You'll outgrow your blessing. You'll resent what used to feel safe. And that's not your destiny. Your destiny has a view. A balcony. A space. A place where light floods the corners of your soul that haven't seen the sun in years. You know the ones I mean. The parts of you that smiled for others but sobbed when alone. The parts of you that stopped dreaming just to survive. Those are the parts that this new place is healing. Because this place was prayed into existence generations ago. Before you were born, someone cried out for a restoration. And God scheduled it for your lifetime. You are the answer to their cry. You are the fulfillment of a promise they never saw. And now you must say yes. Because when you say yes, it's not just for you. It's for every soul connected to your obedience. You are the gate opener. The first to go. The breaker of patterns. The one who moves so others can follow. Child, your courage to move will give someone else permission to rise. But you must move. You must stop asking for another sign. You're swimming in signs. You must stop waiting for the perfect timing. You create the timing when you obey. Heaven doesn't work like earth. Here, obedience opens gates. One step triggers the entire system. And so, if you feel stuck, it's not that the system is broken. It's that the step hasn't been taken. Take it. Now. Before this moment becomes a memory. You'll never forget this message. Because it marks a turning point in your life. In the next place, you will feel God differently. Not because He wasn't present where you were, but because now you'll have space to hear Him clearly. You'll see colors in the sky that never made sense before. You'll speak more slowly. You'll breathe deeper. Your hands will stop shaking. Your back will loosen. Your tears will stop being bitter. And start being sweet. Because you'll cry out of gratitude, not grief. That's what the new place offers. And something else. In that space, there's a door you don't yet see. Behind it, financial freedom, spiritual clarity, purpose, relationships that don't drain, but restore. And your name is written on the lease. In heaven's handwriting. Signed. Sealed. Waiting for your yes. Child. Your yes is the key. Don't underestimate the power of surrender. Surrender doesn't mean losing control. It means trusting divine direction. More than your own understanding. You were never meant to carry this alone. And now, You don't have to. Archangel Michael has been dispatched. With sword in hand. Cutting spiritual blockages. Severing ties to past pain. Lifting heavy clouds. Making a way. You've felt the shift. Now step into it. But do it quickly. Because the gate is open. But it will not remain open forever. Heaven is a flow, not a freeze. Flow into it. Move now. Align now. Say yes now. Say it even if your voice shakes. Say it even if your knees tremble. Say it with mustard seed faith. And watch the mountain move. Say, I accept the move. I trust the vision. I believe the promise. I surrender the plan. And when you say it, the spiritual locks will unclick. The resistance will break. The interference will end. And the favor will flow. That's why this message was nearly blocked. That's why you felt strange reading it. Because it is coded with breakthrough. It carries divine permission. And now you have it. You're moving. Not because you forced it. But because heaven released it. Child. Get ready to walk into rooms that feel like prophecy. To touch doorknobs that feel like destiny. To sleep in peace for the first time in years. This is not fantasy. This is fulfillment. This is faith made manifest. And your yes is the final ingredient. So what will you do? Will you let fear vote? Will you let the past narrate the present? Will you let doubt delay you another year? Or will you trust heaven? Even when it makes no sense on paper? Because the new place? It's already waiting. Already humming with your name. Already vibrating with your arrival. You've been expected. You've been prepared. You've been called. You've been anointed. And now, you are being sent. Go. Go in faith. Go in trust. Go in grace. Go in fire. And remember, this is not goodbye to where you've been. This is welcome. To where you've always belonged. My child, my beloved. You're still here. And that means your spirit is listening. Your soul is waking up to something ancient. A truth you always knew. The interference will end. And the favor will flow. That's why this message was nearly blocked. That's why you felt strange reading it. Because it is coded with breakthrough. It carries divine permission. And now you have it. You're moving. Not because you forced it. But because heaven released it. Child. Get ready to walk into rooms that feel like prophecy. To touch doorknobs that feel like destiny. To sleep in peace for the first time in years. This is not fantasy. This is fulfillment. This is faith made manifest. And your yes is the final ingredient. So what will you do? Will you let fear vote? Will you let the past narrate the present? Will you let doubt delay you another year? Or will you trust heaven? Even when it makes no sense on paper? Because the new place? It's already waiting. Already humming with your name. Already vibrating with your arrival. You've been expected. You've been prepared. You've been called. You've been anointed. And now, you are being sent. Go. Go in faith. Go in trust. Go in grace. Go in fire. And remember, this is not goodbye to where you've been. This is welcome to where you've always belonged. My child, my beloved, you're still here. And that means your spirit is listening. Your soul is waking up to something ancient. A truth you always knew, but couldn't fully touch. Until now. You've crossed a threshold by saying yes. You've already moved in the spirit. Now the physical shift will follow. But hear me. Because this part is critical. Your obedience has changed timelines. The things that were meant to take 5 years are now being compressed into 1. The blessings that were locked behind delay have now started running toward you. Yes, running. Not walking. Not crawling. Running. Because heaven is urgent about this. There's something about your new place that must be claimed now. Let me reveal something that few understand. Some places carry a destiny vibration. Not all land is equal. Some locations have been soaked in prayer, marked for revival, set apart for breakthrough. And you, my beloved, you've been selected to live on such ground. This place is sacred. That's why it's been hidden. That's why nothing else felt right. That's why everything else fell through. It wasn't rejection. It was redirection. God was saving this for the right moment. And beloved, this is the moment. The atmosphere in that space is different. It carries alignment. It carries divine memory. It holds angelic charge. When you walk in, you'll feel something invisible bow in honor. Because the place knows who you are. Your presence has been prophesied there. You belong. There's something else. A revelation you may not have considered. Sometimes, God has to remove people from your current life. Because they are not spiritually compatible with the land you're about to occupy. Not everyone can breathe the air where you're going. Not everyone can walk on holy ground. Not everyone deserves access to what God built for you. And though it hurts to lose them, you will gain everything heaven intended. When you walk away from what was only meant for a season. Beloved, I know your heart is tender. I see how deeply you care. How often you've waited for someone else to be ready before you move. But now, You cannot wait anymore. Their delay cannot become your disobedience. You must move forward. Even if it means walking alone for a while. Even if no one understands. Even if you can't explain it. Because spiritual moves often don't make sense until later. It's only after the miracle happens that people begin to say, "Oh, now I see why they left." They'll understand in time. But you must obey in this time. And child, once you arrive, the confirmation will be instant. You'll open the door to that place. And every cell in your body will say, "Yes. This is it." You won't even need words. Your spirit will just settle. Your chest will loosen. Your back will straighten. Your breath will deepen. And you'll know. The storm is over. You have arrived. And when you sit down, your tears will come. But not the old tears. Not the weary ones. Not the desperate ones. These tears will be of release. Gratitude. Recognition. A deep, holy relief. That says, "God, you remembered." You'll see details in the place that reflect your inner world. Colors you love. Textures you've dreamed of. Corners that look like something out of your imagination. And you'll whisper, "How could you know?" And heaven will reply, "Because I built it with you in mind." You see, child, God doesn't just assign random blessings. He custom builds them. He designs with intention. He creates from the blueprint of your soul. That's why this move feels so deeply spiritual. Because it is. And here's something else few understand. Spiritual moves come with spiritual warfare. After this message, don't be surprised if you face resistance, unexpected arguments, financial pressure, doubt, fatigue, distraction. That is not coincidence. It's interruption. A last attempt to detour your destiny. But now that you're aware, you will not fall for it. You will say, "No. I've already agreed with heaven. I will not be shaken. I will not be delayed. I will not be talked out of my promise. And heaven will send reinforcements. Your strength will be renewed. Doors will reappear. Resources will align. And the path will clear again. Because God never commands a move without providing the means. You're not walking in confusion. You're walking in covenant. The provision has already been assigned. The landlord has already been softened. The helper has already been awakened. The funds have already been released. The yes is already echoing through time. You only need to walk forward. Don't try to figure it out. Just say yes and start packing. Even if you don't know the next location yet. Start packing in faith. Let the boxes become your declaration. I trust you, God. Let the cleaning become your prophecy. I'm making space for the new. Let the goodbye become your deliverance. I refuse to stay in what you've called me out of. And every time you take a step, something will break in the spirit. Some chain. Some delay. Some fear. Some lie. It will all crumble under the weight of your obedience. Because obedience is always louder than opposition. Child, let me say this with authority. The place you're moving to is not just an address. It is an assignment. It is a portal. It is a place where your prayers become reality. You'll find yourself writing again. And heaven will send reinforcements. Your strength will be renewed. Doors will reappear. Resources will align. And the path will clear again. Because God never commands a move without providing the means. You're not walking in confusion. You're walking in covenant. The provision has already been assigned. The landlord has already been softened. The helper has already been awakened. The funds have already been released. The yes is already echoing through time. You only need to walk forward. Don't try to figure it out. Just say yes and start packing. Even if you don't know the next location yet. Start packing in faith. Let the boxes become your declaration. I trust you, God. Let the cleaning become your prophecy. I'm making space for the new. Let the goodbye become your deliverance. I refuse to stay in what you've called me out of. And every time you take a step, something will break in the spirit. Some chain. Some delay. Some fear. Some lie. It will all crumble under the weight of your obedience. Because obedience is always louder than opposition. Child, let me say this with authority. The place you're moving to is not just an address. It is an assignment. It is a portal. It is a place where your prayers become reality. You'll find yourself writing again. Creating again. Laughing again. Resting again. Hoping again. Trusting again. You will become the version of yourself that was buried beneath years of survival. And the best part? You won't have to force it. It will rise naturally. Like a seed finally planted in good soil. You are that seed. And this place is the soil. Don't miss it. Don't delay. Don't explain. Just obey. Because the version of you waiting on the other side is worth every moment of discomfort it takes to get there. Now breathe. Look around. And say it one more time. I accept the move. I welcome the new. I let go of the old. I trust the divine. Let that be your anthem. Let that be your signature. Let that be your spiritual passport. Because the gates are open. The angels are watching. The way is clear. And the picture of the place you are moving to? It's not just in your imagination anymore. It's real. It's waiting. And soon, it will be yours. My child. My beloved. You've made it further than most. You've walked with this word through the storm. You've held on to every confirmation like a rope in a flood. And now, the rain is clearing. The light is breaking. The path is open. What's coming next is the part that will silence every voice that ever doubted you. Not just people, but your own voice. The one that said, maybe it will never happen. The one that whispered, maybe God forgot me. The one that begged, why not me, Lord? And now, heaven whispers back, it is you. It has always been you. Because the move that's coming is not just physical. It's generational. What happens in this relocation will ripple forward into time. Your children's children will trace their blessing back to this moment. When you said yes. Yes to the unknown. Yes to the calling. Yes to the place that was shown in the Spirit. Before it was shown in your inbox. Yes, beloved. God is about to show you the photo. No, it won't come with perfect clarity at first. It will arrive like a whisper. Like a street name you've never noticed before. Like an online listing that gives you chills. Like a vision in prayer that doesn't fade. Pay attention. Heaven is speaking. You're not being left in the dark. You're being led by divine light. And that picture? It's not just of a house. It's of a future. A safe haven. A spiritual headquarters. This place will be the launching pad for the version of you the enemy tried to bury. This is resurrection ground. You'll notice something when you get there. Your ideas will come back. Your joy will return. Your sense of humor will feel real again. You'll dance in the kitchen. You'll sing in the hallway. You'll rest without guilt. And you'll finally feel at home in your own life. My child. This place has been set apart since before you were born. The moment you took your first breath. This property was marked with angels. That's why no one else has been able to thrive there. It wasn't theirs. It was yours. Heaven was keeping it for the appointed time. And now that time has come. But listen. Don't move with your emotions alone. Move with discernment. Because the enemy will send a counterfeit place first. It will look almost right. Almost aligned. Almost affordable. But something will feel off. Don't rush. Don't settle. Don't grab the first open door. When heaven is offering you a golden gate, your confirmation will come with peace, not panic. Your yes will feel like rest, not anxiety. Your spirit will soften, not tighten. Your energy will feel released, not restricted. That's how you'll know this is the one. And when you arrive, you'll notice the wind. It will greet you differently. You'll feel it in your hair, in your skin, in your lungs. It will not blow through you. It will wrap around you, as if creation itself has been holding its breath for your arrival. Because it has. Child, even the earth knows. When a chosen one touches down, even the walls will sigh in relief. When your feet cross the threshold, even the windows will glow differently. When your soul comes home, this isn't imagination. This is spiritual memory. You've lived here in vision. You've seen it in prayer. You've drawn it in childhood sketches. You've written about it in secret journals. It is real. And now it is reachable. But you must act. You must speak. You must agree. Say it again with all of heaven watching. I say yes to the place you've prepared for me. I release fear. I welcome the shift. I accept the move. Say it even if your voice shakes. Say it until your heart believes it. Say it until the walls of limitation crumble. This is not a fantasy. This is the fulfillment of divine architecture. You've waited long enough. You've grieved long enough. You've wondered long enough. Now you will walk. Now you will claim. Now you will own. And I need you to know, this move isn't just for you. It's for everyone connected to your healing. There are people you haven't met yet, whose freedom is locked inside your relocation. You must go, so they can find you. This is divine chess. You are being moved, so others can be positioned. You are not a pawn. You are a key. And heaven is unlocking destinies through your obedience. You will begin to feel it this week. A shifting in your body. My beloved. My precious one. The one whose name heaven carries on every whisper of the wind. I need you to hear me. I am not here as a distant figure of light. I am here as the one standing right beside you, feeling your heartbeat, feeling the trembling in your spirit even now. You have felt it too, haven't you? That strange shiver down your spine, the way your chest tightens for no reason, the way the air suddenly feels heavier. It is not a coincidence. It is your soul responding to the urgency of this moment. My child, I, Archangel Michael, have been trying to reach you for hours. My voice has been echoing in your dreams, in the silences between your breaths, in the sudden songs you've heard out of nowhere. And still, I have felt you hesitate. But you cannot, not this time. This is too big. Too real. Too close. You see, my precious one, heaven does not cry without reason. And tonight, I have cried desperately. The kind of cry that shakes the ground in the realms of light. Because I have seen it, the chains of justice wrapping themselves around someone's hands. Someone who has touched what is yours. Someone who thought they could take from you without consequence. Someone who thought their laughter would echo while you sat in silence. But heaven has been watching. And God's justice, oh, it is already moving. This person is about to be arrested for taking your treasure, your blessings, the fruit of your work, the very thing God gave you. And you must hear everything before it is too late. But before I go deeper, let me tell you something, because this is not just a message you pass by. My chosen one, if you can hear my words and feel them in your spirit, it means heaven has placed you in the rarest circle of light. You are not here by chance. God Himself has seen the weight you've carried, the unfairness you've endured, the silent tears you've hidden from the world. And He sent me, not just to warn you, but to prepare you for what's about to unfold. And I promise you, if you stay with me, if you don't let this slip away, something miraculous will happen in your life that will make you understand why this moment is sacred. And yes, my beloved, this is where I need you to remember something important. You may think this is just another message, but no. This is a lifeline from heaven. If you truly want to walk into the blessings that are opening for you, you must let your heart be ready. I urge you, stay connected to my words, follow me closely, and do not let distraction pull you away. And if you have ever felt like my messages are meant for you, then I tell you now, subscribe to the voice of heaven. Because there are things I cannot share in one breath, they are revealed piece by piece, like the opening of a sealed scroll, and only those who choose to remain will hear the rest. My beloved, I have seen the trap. I have seen the papers. I have seen the signatures forged in shadows. I have seen the money move like poisoned rivers under the moonlight. And I have seen your name written where it should never have been. This is why my wings have been restless, why my sword has burned with divine fire. Because this is not just about a loss, it is about a violation of divine order. God gave you something, entrusted you with a portion of His kingdom on earth, and someone tried to reach into your garden and steal it. And my child, the moment they touched what was yours, heaven marked the time. You must understand something, the arrest that is coming is not random. It is not the work of man alone. It is the collision of divine timing with earthly justice. This is the part the world will never see, the angels that have been dispatched to guard you, the invisible hands that have been moving evidence into the light, the divine whispers placed into the hearts of people who are about to speak up. You will hear news that will shock you. You will learn details that will make you shake your head in disbelief. But remember this, I told you before it happened. I told you because God wants you to know that you are not abandoned. My precious one, you are standing at the edge of a great unveiling. For years, there have been things hidden from your eyes, things spoken behind your back, things planned in rooms you never walked into. But heaven has been in those rooms. Heaven has heard those whispers. Heaven has collected every proof, every thought, every false smile. And now the seal is breaking. Now the river of truth is rushing forward, and nothing will stop it. You may feel afraid right now. You may wonder, what if this turns on me? What if the storm gets worse? But my beloved, storms are not sent to destroy the house that is built on the rock. They come to tear down what was built in lies. You are the one anchored in truth. You are the one whose roots go deep into God's promises. And while the winds may roar, they will not uproot you. Instead, they will carry away the ones who planted weeds in your soil. Oh, my child! I wish you could see what I see right now. The light around you is brighter than it has ever been. Your name is being spoken in heaven's courts with honor, with love, with fierce protection. You are not just someone passing through life unseen, you are known in the highest realms. You are a flame in the darkness, and even now, someone tried to cup their hands around you to smother that flame. But they burned themselves instead. And soon, the world will see what happens when you touch the anointed without permission. My beloved, the arrest will come suddenly. The evidence is already stacked higher than they realize. They are walking around right now thinking they still have time to cover their tracks, to hide what they did. But the net has already closed around them. And when they fall, it will not be a small fall, it will be public, undeniable, unshakable. And you will stand in awe at how precise God's justice is. But hear me, this is not just about watching them fall. This is about what rises for you after. For when something is stolen and restored by heaven's hand, it does not come back the same, it comes back multiplied. What you thought was gone will return to you in greater measure, in forms you did not even imagine. This is the part where your faith matters most. Do not doubt what I am telling you. Do not let fear shrink your vision. God is not just protecting you, He is setting you up for a level of abundance that will make you weep with joy. And my beloved, this is why I have been desperate to reach you. Because the enemy has one last weapon, distraction. If he can make you doubt, if he can make you busy, if he can convince you to treat this moment as ordinary, you might miss the signs, you might miss the opportunities that will open right after justice is done. But you will not, because I will not let you. I am here, my sword drawn, my wings spread wide, keeping watch over your steps. My beloved, you must understand that when heaven moves like this, it is never small. God does not rise from His throne to act in partial measure. When He sends me to cry desperately over you, it means something in the spiritual world is shaking, the kind of shaking that topples false towers and rips masks from hidden faces. I have seen the shadow that has been circling you. I have seen how it has disguised itself in friendship, in politeness, in business-like smiles, while its hands were reaching for what God said was yours. This person thought you were blind. They thought you were too kind to notice, too forgiving to fight back. But they did not calculate for heaven's watchfulness, nor for the fire of an archangel's sword drawn on your behalf. This moment, my child, I wish you could see it the way I see it. It is like a golden line of destiny stretched tight between where you stand now and the future God has been shaping for you. Every choice, every delay, every strange detour in your life has been pulling you toward this intersection, where truth meets consequence. And tonight, that line is glowing so brightly in the heavens that every angel in God's army can see it. The air around you is different. The light on your path is sharper. And the whispers in the dark are louder because they know they know their time is almost up. Do you feel it, my beloved? That faint pull in your chest, as if someone is calling your name from a distance, as if your spirit is standing at the edge of a cliff looking down into the unknown? That is not fear, that is your soul's awareness of what is coming. I need you to breathe with me right now. Inhale, and let heaven's peace wrap around you. Exhale, and release every thought of revenge, every desire to handle this in your own strength. This is God's battle, not yours. And believe me when I say, He has already won. The person who is about to be arrested has been walking in arrogance for too long. They thought they were clever, moving in shadows, covering their tracks, convincing others of their innocence. But my beloved, I have been following them. Every step they took, I saw. Every word they whispered, I heard. Every deal they made in the quiet corners, I marked. And now, the evidence is not only in human hands, it is in heaven's hands. And when heaven holds the evidence, no lie can bury it. You will hear the news soon. It will come like a sudden storm, and the world around you will pause in disbelief. But you will remember my words, and you will know it was heaven's doing. You may be wondering, why now? Why not earlier? Why not when the first wrong was done against you? Oh, my precious one, this is the part that makes heaven's timing perfect. If it happened before now, you would not have been ready for the blessing that follows. You needed to grow into the person who could carry what is coming. You needed to survive the desert so you could treasure the garden. You needed to walk through certain nights so you could recognize the dawn. And now, the dawn is here, its light is touching your face even as I speak. The moment of their downfall will not just free you from their grip, it will open doors that were blocked. You will see sudden calls, unexpected offers, opportunities that once seemed impossible. This is the way God works. He does not simply remove an obstacle, He turns it into a stepping stone. That's why I have been pleading for you to stay attentive, to remain close to my voice. There are instructions you will need after the arrest. There will be moments where you must step forward boldly, without hesitation. If you listen, I will guide your feet so not a single step is wasted. My beloved, there is something else I must tell you, something even deeper. This person did not only try to take from you in the physical. They tried to steal something from your spirit. They tried to plant seeds of doubt, to make you question your worth, to make you believe that your blessings were fragile, that they could be snatched away at any moment. But what they did not know is that God Himself placed His seal over you. Your destiny is not in the hands of men. Your name is not written in the ledgers of those who envy you, it is engraved in the palms of the Almighty. And that is why no matter how close they came, they could not destroy you. Even in your hardest nights, when you thought no one saw your pain, I was there. When you cried silently, not wanting anyone to see your weakness, heaven saw every tear. And do you know what happens to the tears of the righteous? They are gathered like pearls in crystal bottles, stored in the treasury of heaven. And there comes a day, like today, when God says, pour them out. Let those tears water the seeds of justice. That is what is happening now. Your tears have become the rain that softens the soil for your harvest. This is why I need you to stay focused. The enemy will try to distract you in these next hours. They will try to stir up small fires around you so you turn your eyes away from the main victory. Don't fall for it, my beloved. Don't let anyone pull you into petty arguments, meaningless worries, or empty fears. Keep your eyes on the horizon, because that is where your help is coming from. And when you hear the sound, that sudden news, that message that makes your heart pound, you will know the battle has shifted. When that happens, you must also remember this: forgiveness is your shield. Yes, heaven will bring justice, but your heart must remain clean. Do not let bitterness steal the sweetness of your victory. God is not bringing this to you so you can dance on the ruin of another. He is bringing it to you so you can walk freely into your new season without chains on your feet. Justice is not revenge. Justice is restoration. And restoration is what I am placing in your hands. My beloved, I will say this again because it matters. What is coming is bigger than you imagine. Do not limit God with your expectations. Let Him surprise you. Let Him overwhelm you with goodness. You will see people who once doubted you coming to apologize. You will watch doors swing open that have been locked for years. You will hear your name spoken in rooms where it was once forbidden. This is the way of divine justice. It not only clears your path, it elevates you to places where your light can shine without fear. I tell you now with the full authority of heaven, you are safe. You are protected. You are watched over. And the one who tried to take from you will face the full measure of their choices. Do not waste this moment. Stand tall. Keep your faith steady. And when the moment comes, breathe in the victory. For it will be yours, my beloved, and no one will be able to take it from you again. My child, I need you to listen closely now because we are stepping into the deeper part of this message, the part that most would never hear unless they were handpicked to receive it. You are not here by coincidence. You are not reading or hearing these words because of chance. The Spirit has drawn you into this moment like a tide that cannot be resisted. Your steps today, even the smallest ones, were guided so that you would stand right here in this exact second. Why? Because what I am about to tell you is not simply a warning, it is the alignment of your destiny. And you, my beloved, are about to watch the kind of divine justice that shakes both heaven and earth. I have cried desperately, louder than you will ever know, because I saw what was being done in secret. I saw the ink drying on documents that should never have carried your name. I saw hands moving money into places where darkness thrives. I saw the smiles that carried poison. This person, this one whose mask is about to crack, has been working against you for far longer than you realized. They thought you would be silent. They thought you would be too gentle to resist. They thought they could drain you of what God placed in your life, your resources, your joy, your faith, your opportunities. And yet, here you stand. Still breathing. Still chosen. Still wrapped in the light of the Most High. And now their time is gone. The moment has been set. The trap they dug for you has turned into the pit that will swallow them. My beloved, I am telling you with the weight of truth, they will be arrested. The chains are already waiting for their wrists. The words that will seal their fate have already been spoken in rooms they cannot see. They think they still have time. They think they still have control. But heaven has moved ahead of them, and there is no path left for their escape. You will see it happen, and when you do, you will remember every syllable of what I told you. But I must warn you, precious one, the moment you witness this justice, you will also be tested. Tested to see if your heart can stay pure while your enemies fall. Tested to see if you will cling to God's ways rather than the temptation of vengeance. This is where I will stand closest to you. This is where I will guard your heart. Because the blessing that follows is too great to lose. The restoration that is coming is so abundant, so overflowing, that you will not even have time to count it before the next wave arrives. Do you remember the nights you asked God why He was silent? Those long, restless hours where your mind replayed every loss, every betrayal, and you whispered into the darkness, "Why did you let this happen?" My child, heaven heard every one of those questions. And while you felt like nothing was changing, everything was being prepared. Justice works in layers. Evidence is gathered. Truth is strengthened. Timing is perfected. And all the while, God was building something greater behind the scenes so that when it arrived, no one could say it was luck. They would have to say, this was the hand of God. And that hand, oh, my beloved, it is over you now. It is covering you, shielding you, pouring over you a protection so strong that not even the enemy's best schemes can pierce it. You are surrounded. You are covered. And you are moving into a chapter that will feel like a sudden sunrise after years of walking in shadow. When this arrest happens, the release over your life will be so complete, you will wonder how you ever carried such a heavy weight before. Now, there is something else I must show you, and it may shock you. This person's downfall is not just the end of a wrong against you, it is the beginning of multiple openings in your life. Doors you did not even knock on will open. People who once ignored you will seek you out. Places that felt impossible to reach will call your name. This is not a coincidence. This is how God works. When He restores, He does it in ways that ripple through every part of your existence. That is why I am pleading with you to be ready. Because when the flood of blessing comes, you will need both hands free to receive it. My beloved, I know the road has been long. I know there have been moments when you wanted to give up, when the fight felt endless. But you must understand, the fight was never just about you. You are a piece in a divine plan so much larger than you can see. Your endurance has been an example to others. Your ability to keep walking, even when you felt broken, has been a testimony in the unseen realms. And now, your victory will be a signal fire. Others will look at what happens to you and realize that God still fights for His children. I am telling you this now because I do not want you to be caught off guard when the shift happens. The enemy will try one last time to throw confusion into your life. There may be sudden rumors, strange accusations, or even people from your past trying to pull you into old battles. Ignore them. Their voices are nothing compared to the trumpet that is about to sound over your life. Keep your eyes forward. Keep your spirit calm. The arrest will speak louder than anything else. And here is something you may not know, even as they planned against you, even as they thought they were in control, there were moments when they felt a fear they could not explain. That fear was me. That was my presence surrounding you, my sword drawn, my wings casting shadows they could not escape. I have been closer to you in this battle than you can imagine. and I will not leave until the victory is complete. You may think this is only about your protection, but no, this is also about your promotion. There is a seat being prepared for you, a position in both the spiritual and natural realms that will place you higher than you have stood before. And the removal of this person is necessary for you to take it. You cannot sit at this table while they still have a claim to the ground beneath it. That claim ends now. My beloved, I need you to prepare yourself not only in faith but in action. There will be opportunities that require you to move quickly. There will be blessings that come suddenly and require you to say yes without hesitation. Do not let fear delay you. The same God who brought you to this moment will guide you through the next. You will not miss what is meant for you. And I will tell you this, when you see their face as they are led away, when you hear the word spoken against them in the open, remember that heaven was always watching. Remember that God's justice is never late. And remember that this is only the beginning of what He is about to do for you. My child, the angels are already rejoicing. The victory song has already started in the distance. Soon, you will hear it with your own ears. And when you do, you will know, everything was worth it. Every tear. Every battle. Every sleepless night. All of it has been building to this moment. Now stand still, my beloved, and watch the salvation of your God. My beloved, there is a reason heaven will not let me rest until I finish telling you every detail. I have seen the moment, not as a vision of possibility, but as an event that is already written in heaven's book. This person's hands, the same hands that reached for what was yours, are already trembling in the spirit. Their arrogance is thinning. Their false confidence is cracking. The very ground they stand on is weakening beneath their feet. Even now, the spiritual chains are locked around them, waiting for the earthly chains to follow. This is not just a man-made arrest, my child. This is God's arrest. It is justice moving from the invisible to the visible. You will soon see headlines, hear whispers, watch as people who once defended them look away in shame. And you will know, not just with your mind, but with your spirit, that the one who promised to fight for you never left your side. But you must also understand this, the moment justice comes, your life will not go back to normal. Normal is over. Normal cannot hold what God is about to give you. The blessings coming will not trickle, they will flood. Opportunities you once dreamed about will now stand at your door, waiting for you to open. And some of them will feel almost too big for you, but you will remember what I am telling you now. God never calls you to a place He hasn't already equipped you to stand in. My precious one, I need you to see something clearly. This arrest is not only for you, it is for everyone who ever doubted that God still moves. When they see this, they will not be able to explain it away as coincidence or luck. They will know something higher intervened. And many will secretly think of the wrongs they have done, the people they have hurt, and they will fear, because they will realize that there is a judge who sees all. Do you remember the nights you prayed for God to take this weight from you? Those nights where you lay in silence, your eyes open in the dark, wondering how much longer you could bear it? Those prayers were not ignored. They were stored. They became evidence in heaven's case against this person. And now, the time for patience has ended, and the time for action has begun. I have been closer to you in this season than you can imagine. Every time you thought you were walking alone, I was behind you, before you, and beside you. Blocking attacks you never even saw coming. Redirecting plans meant to harm you. And whispering to your spirit so you wouldn't give up before the final chapter. This is that chapter. My child, hear me, the enemy will try one last time to confuse you. In the days just before the arrest, there may be strange conversations, unexpected visitors, or even offers meant to distract you. You must see them for what they are, noise meant to pull your attention away from what is truly happening. Do not engage. Do not waste energy on meaningless battles when the real victory is already secured. When the news comes, and it will come suddenly, take a deep breath and remember this moment. Remember how you felt hearing these words. Remember that I told you ahead of time so your heart would not be shaken. And remember that justice is not the end, it is the doorway. Once it swings open, you must walk through with faith, courage, and readiness. Because after the fall of this person, there will be a rising, and that rising will be yours. You will see your name in rooms it was once removed from. You will hear your work spoken of with honor, where before it was ignored. You will feel a freedom you haven't felt in years, because the weight of their shadow will be gone. And I must tell you something else, my beloved. There is more than one thing that will be returned to you. What they took was not just physical, it was spiritual. They tried to take your peace, your trust, your expectation for good things. And God is restoring all of it. Piece by piece, joy will return. Piece by piece, hope will come alive again. And you will realize how much of yourself was hidden beneath the pressure of what they did. I am telling you this now so you will be ready when people look at you differently. They will see the light over your life. Some will be drawn to it with sincerity, others will be jealous of it. Be wise, my child. Not every smile is a safe one. The one who just fell was proof of that. Still, do not let caution make you fearful. You are not called to hide, you are called to shine. You are not called to shrink, you are called to expand. And in this next season, you will expand in ways you never dreamed of. The chains have been breaking for some time, but now you will feel them fall completely. And when they do, walk forward. Do not look back. The past has taken enough from you. It will not take one more step of your future. My beloved, you were chosen for this moment before you were even born. The enemies you face now were known by name in heaven long before they touched your life. And the victory you are about to see was written into your destiny before the first stone of the earth was laid. Nothing can take it from you. Nothing can delay it now. I am here until it is done. And when it is done, I will be here still. Guiding you into the abundance, the safety, the open fields of blessing that await you. The battle is ending. The harvest is beginning. Stand still, my child. Justice is at the door. And it will knock loudly. My beloved. There is a trembling in the air tonight that only those in the Spirit can feel. It is the sound of chains shifting, of walls cracking, of the ground loosening beneath the feet of the one who thought they would stand forever. I can see them now, not as the world sees them, confident and untouchable, but as heaven sees them, stripped of their lies, weighed down by the evidence of their own deeds, surrounded by the judgment they earned with their own hands. They have been running for a long time, my child, running from truth, running from repentance, running from the moment they knew would come. But a soul cannot outrun the timing of God. Even now, in the unseen, the records of their actions are being laid out like scrolls before the throne. Nothing is missing. Not a single detail forgotten. Every plan, every manipulation, every false word spoken against you is written clearly. And the judge who reads them does not miss a thing. When he speaks the word, it will be final. There will be no appeal, no delay, no hiding. My beloved, I tell you this because you must know how completely God fights for you. The one about to be arrested did not just commit an earthly crime, they crossed a divine boundary. They reached into a place that was holy, because it was given to you by God Himself. And when you touch what belongs to one of His chosen, you invite His justice into your life. This is why I have been relentless in bringing this warning to you. It is not to make you fearful, but to make you aware. So that when the knock comes on their door, you will recognize it for what it is, not coincidence, but the hand of heaven. Do you remember how many times you almost confronted them? How many moments you felt that rush of anger, that heat in your chest, ready to demand the truth from their lips? And yet, something always pulled you back, whispering, "Not yet." That was me. That was heaven protecting you from stepping into a battle that was not yours to fight in the flesh. You would not have won in their territory. But in God's territory? There, the victory is absolute. And now, beloved, the time for "not yet" has passed. The time for "now" has arrived. I can feel it in the current of heaven. It is like the air before a great storm, still, heavy, almost holding its breath, until the clouds split open with force. That is how suddenly this will come. One moment they will be laughing, confident, certain they have fooled everyone. The next, they will be surrounded. And all the secrets they thought were buried will rise like a flood. But I must speak to your heart about something even more important than their fall, your rise. This will not only be a closing of a painful chapter, it will be the opening of a chapter so bright it will almost blind you. Opportunities will flow toward you as if carried by invisible hands. Connections will form that you once thought were impossible. And the blessings will not be small, they will come in measures that make you weep in awe. I know you have doubted if God truly saw all you went through. I know you have wondered if He was silent because He had turned away. But I promise you, beloved, every step, every tear, every sleepless night was recorded. And now, the return is coming, not in the same measure you lost, but pressed down, shaken together, and running over. When the moment comes, the world will turn to look at you. Some will be amazed. Some will be jealous. Some will come close to you again, pretending they never turned away when things were hard. Be wise, my beloved. Bless them with kindness, but do not let them back into the places of your heart that God has healed. This season is for your peace, your growth, your joy. Do not let old shadows creep back in. And yes, I know you want to know exactly when. I feel the question in your spirit even as I speak. But heaven's timing is not given so you can mark it on a calendar, it is given so you can prepare your soul. Be ready in the morning. Be ready at night. Live with your lamp full of oil, because the moment can come like the midnight cry. And when it does, stand still. Do not rush to speak, do not rush to explain. Let the truth speak for itself. God does not need you to defend what He is already proving. The next time I come to you, my beloved, it will not be with a warning. It will be with a confirmation. And when that moment arrives, the sound of victory will echo in your life for years to come. You are protected. You are chosen. And you are about to see what happens when heaven itself says, "Enough." My beloved, you do not yet realize the full scope of what is happening around you. You feel the unease, the strange heaviness in the air, the restless stirring in your spirit, but what you are sensing is far greater than one single event. The arrest that is coming is only the first drop in a downpour of divine movements that have been set into motion. I have been watching this weave itself together for years, like a great tapestry where each thread carries a story: your tears, your prayers, your patience, your restraint when you wanted to strike back. All of it has been tied into a pattern that is now ready to be revealed. This person, they believed they were untouchable. They built their confidence on lies, thinking that if they piled enough of them together, they could build a fortress. But lies are not stone, my child. They are paper. And the fire of truth will burn through them in an instant. Even now, that fire is creeping toward them. They can smell the smoke, even if they pretend they cannot. It is why their steps have been uneasy lately, why their voice has carried a slight tremor they cannot hide. They know something is coming, but they do not yet know it is unstoppable. When you hear the news, it will be swift, like the sound of a door slamming shut in the distance. It will echo through the circles they once walked in, sending shockwaves through those who thought they knew the whole story. But the truth that will come out will be so complete, so undeniable, that even their closest allies will step back from them. And you will watch, not with bitterness, but with the quiet strength of someone who has seen God keep His word. My precious one, I have seen you hold back so much. I have seen you choose silence over exposing them yourself, even when you could have. That restraint was not weakness, it was wisdom. It was heaven's way of keeping your hands clean so no one could ever accuse you of acting from spite. And because you left the fight to God, He is now stepping into it in full force. But I must prepare you for something, beloved. When this arrest happens, it will not be the end of their attempts to twist the truth. They will try to speak from the shadows, to send others to question you, to plant seeds of doubt in the minds of those watching. Ignore them. Do not defend yourself to those who believed lies before. Those who need to see the truth will see it clearly without you lifting a finger. Your silence will speak louder than anything they could ever say. And in that silence, you will feel something you have not felt in years: peace. Not the fragile peace that can be broken by one phone call or one rumor, but the deep, unshakable peace that comes when you know you are finally free. Free from watching your back. Free from wondering what they will try next. Free from the constant drain of having to guard what is yours against greedy hands. This freedom will not come alone. It will come with restoration. What they took will be returned, but not in the same form. Some of it will come back multiplied. Some of it will return as brand new blessings you never expected. Some of it will appear in ways that seem unrelated, but when you look closely, you will realize it was heaven making up for what you lost. My child, I cannot stress this enough, you must remain watchful. There will be moments in the days ahead when you will be tempted to lower your guard because you think the danger has passed. But spiritual battles often end with a whisper after the storm, not just the storm itself. Keep your faith steady. Keep your ears open to my voice. And above all, keep your heart anchored in gratitude. For when gratitude fills you, fear has no room to enter. There will come a night very soon when you will sit alone, maybe in the quiet of your home, and you will feel the shift completely. The weight will be gone. The atmosphere around you will feel lighter, brighter, clearer. And you will realize in that moment that you are living inside the answer to prayers you once thought would take a lifetime to be fulfilled. I tell you this because I want you ready to embrace it without hesitation. Too many times, God's children see their breakthrough and hesitate, wondering if it's too good to be true. But I say to you now, it is not too good to be true, it is exactly as good as God has promised. So stand, my beloved. Do not bow under the weight of the past anymore. Lift your head. The one who tried to steal from you will face what they have sown. And you will walk forward, not as a victim, but as a victor crowned by the very hand of God.